Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to I'm Just Saying. We are so ready to add a little bit of edge to your morning. I have my girl here with me. How are you doing on this morning?
I am beaming, girl.
I know it seems like we are always in a good mood, but that's because we like to keep our spirits up. That's
yes,
definitely
no negativity
what we like
over
to
here.
do.
None.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here live from the Edge Radio TV network, okay, right here in Midtown, Houston, Texas, 415 West Gray Street. We want to continue to invite each and every one of you to come out here and take your opportunity, be one of our friends with benefits, and sit in our live studio audience. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get this show cracking. Okay, we have a lot to talk. We have a lot to talk about. There's so much going on in news and in the world and everything else. So I'm gonna get a couple of little business things out of the way real quick, and then we're gonna keep pushing forward. I had a nice chill weekend. You know, I still was doing work, of course, all the time. We do have a wedding that's on the midst that we decided, you know, real last minute, but it is what it is. We're just gonna have fun with that, and it's coming all together, so I'm happy about that. One thing that I want to say, I did go to a celebration of life, if you will, for an 18-year-old, and I just wanted to put this out there because, ladies and gentlemen, you just never know, and nobody plans on burying their child. So the stupidity in raising your kids, you know, not to be mindful of black on black crime and X, Y, and Z. And I know, you know, they want to say parents did a lot of things, and sometimes it's the stuff coming back on them and X, Y, and Z, but nobody wants to lose their child. And so it was definitely a celebration of life. I had fun, like I had been at a party.
That's what it's supposed to be, though.
And, you know, a lot of people talk about people for doing like that. I did wear a black skirt and everything like that, but by the time the DJ got cracking and all of it, I was like, wow. We were in a field, and I was just having a nice, wonderful time. We were still outside because the weather's still good here in Houston. It's a little muggy, but the weather's still been, you know, pretty good. It's not overly cold to where you can't be outside. And we're socially distancing. We celebrated his life. His father was there, and you know, parents, that has got to be the hardest loss to deal with ever. I also wanted to talk about my calendar is out, ladies and gentlemen. Yay!
Round of applause, please. Round of applause.
If you want to see me on a motorcycle, go get that thing. You got to reach out to Dangerous Designs. You can hit them up or find out how to contact them on social media on Instagram. If you'd like to do that, probably see some of my pictures there as well. It's not here in the city, so they'll have to mail it to you. So be mindful to pay your shipping cost. But anyway, we're gonna keep moving because little baby, little baby, is having a coat drive today. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna pop on over there just for a little bit, see what's going on. So Houston. If you know somebody that is in need, it is still a little chilly out here, and I know a lot of times we don't think about buying coats because it doesn't really get that cold.
Not really.
Not for a coat, you know, not for a real coat.
For a nice long mink.
So, but he is definitely doing this drive. So warm winter wishes from Lil Baby. Lil Baby. So they will be there giving out coats from 11 to 2 today.
Okay.
So please go and check that out. Now we're going to pop right in to world news.
Okay.
Because there's lots going on. I had to bring this part up first, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all's president has been signing orders again, or already, right? We talked about this last week, and I wanted to see whether or not they were going to do the right thing. Because that's kind of been our mission too this year. We've been seeing a lot of things that say do the right thing. And I want to ask Bridget this. Did he do the right thing lifting the transgender ban on the restrooms and this, that, and the other? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that?
You know, that's been an ongoing debate since it came.
Ain't no debate. It's wrong.
An ongoing debate.
I don't want any little whatever going on in the bathroom with my kids. You know, now people have the right to be able to choose. This I'm just saying, I'm sorry. I do not want a man in there dressed up as a woman coming in the women's bathroom and raping somebody's doggone daughter because now men can go in the women's bathroom. just because he decided to put on a dress. You don't know that he's living his life as a transgender. He may still very well be straight and just nasty or sick, if you want to call it, messing with little kids.
Well, there's some people that do that, but the people who are really transgender, you can't tell that they were men before. You can't.
Since when?
I mean, if they have a great doctor and they do it, I've
If
seen
they
some
have a
men
great
that
doctor,
when they
and most
do
of
their
them are
makeup, you
going-
cannot tell that they are a man.
Most
Seriously.
of them you can tell. Let's be honest. Most of them you can tell.
If you look at the Addams
Those
Family.
people who are living their lives like that and they're living out whatever their dreams and hopes and aspirations. I told you, I'm one of those people who believes you gonna catch whatever you want to catch, living just like you are. You want to catch a woman or a man, you don't have to look the part. You can, but you don't have to.
That's true, but they choose to be that way.
That's
though.
what they chose.
Right. That's
And
what
you
they
know that
chose.
your butt can't be in the bathroom with
But-
people who are of their regular gender.
Right, but if they go in the restroom as a woman, they're a woman. That's what they're identifying with. If they've gone through the whole transgender
They need to go to the bathroom
process.
at home like me. That part. I'm just saying, go home and go to the bathroom. That way nobody's questioning you. And we're not having to have signs outside the bathroom where half of it got a skirt on and the other part got a pant on. Have y'all seen those little signs
I
up?
saw one. I was like, what
I
is
was
that?
like, what is this?
I didn't know what that was, but
Yeah, so that's a skirt
Yeah.
on that one side, and then
there's
the other
the
part is a
pants.
pants leg.
Yeah. But I just thought it was like it could be for men or women, because usually
Mm-hmm.
the ones that I've seen is just the one stall saying for a man or a woman. I haven't seen it where it's multiple.
Oh, no.
stalls.
It puts on there. Oh, you saying where it's multiple stalls. At
Right.
the
I've
parks-
just seen the
At
one.
the parks and whatever else, those are
Right.
multiple stalls. And so they had to include it on there because they can't go in there and rearrange their bathroom
Gotcha.
unless they give it to the family bathroom.
Gotcha.
So we are truckers, remember? So we see all the stuff down the
Oh, that's
road
right.
and
Yeah.
whatever else.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know, they out there catching. There's a lot of lizards that are transgender as well.
Oh, the what lizard?
Get y'all life together and get from by these trucks with your
cannot
nasty
this
self. No. No.
Oh,
So
my
I
gosh.
wanted this was my segue into something that was really, really important, a really important topic that we need to talk about.
Mhm.
That we're going to talk about like for a whole section later in the show.
Okay.
A lot of those people that are out there have been sex trafficked.
Really?
There's a huge population of those girls that are out there at those truck yards and stuff like that. And Houston has started a new initiative that we're going to talk about. A lady named Jacqueline. I've been on her show, Real Beauty, Real Women.
Mhm.
And I'm so happy to be able to talk about this because she has been pushing really hard for several years. She's done tons of fundraisers here in the Houston area in regards to decreasing the amount of women that are being sex trafficked and helping them rebuild their lives
Aw,
afterwards. So
that's
I can't wait to
lovely.
talk about that. But we're not going to talk about that yet.
Okay.
Okay. Let's also talk about Capitol Hill riot
Hmm.
or attack, because that was an attack. There have now been 38 people who have tested positive with COVID.
Hmm.
So
Interesting.
was that attempted murder?
people who are in the Capitol,
Y'all know I'm always trying to trump up the charges, right? So is that considered attempted murder? If you
along
went
with
in
the
Capitol,
treason,
you
along with
went
the
in
coup.
the Capitol with no mask on.
Right.
You knew that it was a possibility that you might have COVID because you have not been wearing a mask. You took it into the Capitol, and now 38 people so far that have reported it now
In the Capitol.
that were in the Capitol on that day have now
Wow.
tested positive for COVID. Okay?
Yeah, they need to add that charge, attempted murder.
That's attempted murder. That's attempted murder. And let me tell you what else. These families are starting to fall apart.
Hmm.
Y'all have taught your kids to do the right thing. You know, whether it's wear a mask or not. They are snitching on y'all. And I mean
What?
big time snitching.
Don't they know
I
snitches
saw
get
my
stitches?
daddy on TV at the riot.
Oh,
One
my
little boy
gosh.
that they had on Channel 11 the other day called the FBI. How you got the FBI number?
What?
Snitched on his own father. His dad then called him and said, you know, if you tell on me, when he got wind of it, if you tell on me and keep true to this story, I'ma kill you. Baby, these families are falling apart. He is not the only one. They're taking it to social media.
Wow.
They're doing all these other things, snitching on their parents. A girl told on her mom. She saw her mom and her uncle there.
Snitched.
Snitched on them. Colton and Corbin, if you ever, I'm
tell
like
babies, tell.
I'm like the daddy. If you ever see me anywhere,
tell babies.
You didn't see nothing. Okay?
Tell. You saw everything.
Blind. You're blind,
now,
baby.
See, you raised them to be right now.
You blind. No, I raised my babies to look out for family.
They're going to snitch.
My babies will snitch.
That's right.
They tell everything.
The Corbin will snitch.
They're gonna be like, well, I don't know if that's really the truth,
Well, let me see.
So how do you feel about that? If your son were to snitch on you to the feds?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I taught him to tell the truth. Snitches get stitches. That's what I would tell him, but I told him to tell the truth.
Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen.
I have to go with it. I mean, I shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, earlier I did not mean to get off on a tangent on the transgender thing. It really is just in regards to the military and the restrooms, like I said. But I would really, really like y'all to get on the bandwagon because y'all have already cut off some of my money. This is another thing that's a problem. The key, what is it? The key line, it's a pipeline. Y'all already cut the funding for it, and I'm gonna need y'all to put that back online. Truckers have to transport those pipes and X, Y, and Z going into these different countries and stuff like that, or here in the States. You're messing with my money. Already. It's only been week 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is I'm Just Saying. We have tons and tons of topics and really great guests to talk to you about, and we'll be right back. Vince.
We work our whole lives to support our families. With one accident or illness, it can all be gone in an instant. Now there's a smart, affordable way to protect your family. Go to findhealthbenefits.com and discover low-cost life insurance for as little as $2 per month. Add to that a tax-deferred annuity that can help you protect your assets and grow your money for retirement. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094. A critical illness can strike without warning and wipe out your life savings. In fact, it's the #1 reason for bankruptcy. Find Health Benefits offers an affordable solution. Get up to $50,000 if you get cancer, stroke, or a heart attack, giving you the peace of mind to focus on getting better while the plan helps you to pay your bills and medical expenses. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094. 66% of seniors spend more time shopping for cable TV than Medicare plans. Most say because it's just too confusing. Laws change every year. The wrong plan could cost you thousands and prevent you from seeing the doctors you want. Introducing FindHealthBenefits.com. Save time, save money, see specialists without referrals. Go to FindHealthBenefits.com or call 877-235-6094 for this informative brochure.
Society is on the edge. Let's bring them back. Edge Radio. Because truth still matters.
this Facebook thing off there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and this is I'm Just Saying. I could not wait to introduce my special guest to you because these guys are like family. So we have Soul Southern. Let me tell y'all about something. These guys have been working and been in the industry for quite some time. So, you know, when you get to that point where you start seeing people really develop and do different things, they've done a lot. Okay. She hasn't gotten to hear the songs. Did you tap in and sneak and listen to some songs?
I didn't.
All right. I love some Southern Soul. And we have Kizzo and Marcel Casanova.
All right then.
You like that name, didn't you? Because you kept repeating the Casanova part. Casanova. Talent, yes. That's okay. So I had to tell you because it's a funny story about that. At first, remember you was going by talent only, right? It was just talent. And so then he changed to Marcel Casanova. I was like, wait a minute, what you been doing? You know?
He was listening to Levert. I ain't much on Casanova.
All right. Well, welcome to the show, guys. I'm super happy to have you guys this morning. I wanted to introduce everybody to a new project that they have out. And we'll talk a little bit about what all they've been doing this year. How's COVID been treating you? I see, you know, y'all didn't come in the studio.
What's up with that?
Well, I mean, that's for different reasons. Though we just, you know, I'm traveling out of town and back and forth, so we want to be on time. So you know, it's the easiest way to do it. But hey, ain't got no problem with being there though. You know that.
Hey, I see your skin still looking good. Look. Good morning. No.
Little cocoa butter on it.
He said little cocoa butter. Okay, so Bridgette has not heard your music before. So, you know, when we get into that section and we get ready to play these songs, I'm going to be super excited about that because she'll be getting a first-time live reaction. You know, I love to do that on I'm Just Saying. So tell us a little bit about what you guys have going on and what's coming up. What can we look forward to this year?
Jump it off.
Everything.
All right, Mr. Casanova.
Y'all can look forward to everything. New music, new visuals, collaborations, writing and producing for other artists, just everything that you could think of related to music, new business ventures. Just that's what you can look for from us. New artists coming. Just we're gonna be all over the place.
Okay, you know, I did also see that y'all had added, you know, y'all have somebody who raps and everything else like that. So the label itself is doing some big things. How long have you guys actually been producing other artists?
Well, I let Kizzo tell that because
he's been in the game for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's as a collective, then we can say we put some time in, probably a couple of decades, because we've done it in different ways. I've produced and written, myself written and produced, and you know, a couple of times on the show I talk about my other producer, Christoph, who does stuff with me. So as a collective, and then MC's producing for people now in the game, are getting ready to, some names that you will be familiar with. So yeah, I mean, it's been a couple of decades. He's produced for his brother Billy. I've written for Billy, and just on and on. So yeah, it's been some work put in. That's for
Tell
sure.
us a little bit about the migration of the music, if you will, because you've done some things, you know, on one end of the spectrum, and now we're here with Southern Soul. Had a lot of success last year, and it's getting really big on the scene right now. I've not ever seen it have this much, you know, like a lot of people starting to listen and have concerts and whatever else. So tell us about the migration a little bit.
Well, the migration is happening because there's so many artists. It's a new genre to a lot of people, and a lot of people see that it's a possibility for profit. That's when it starts picking up. You know, once the mainstream eyes get on it, and you start saying, "Wait a minute, there's somebody making some money that don't have anything to do with us. So how can we get in on this money?"
Okay.
Hustle.
No. They're sitting up there paying attention, and they're like, well, I can sing, so let me slow it down a little bit, you know. Not because they've actually been living in the life or the culture, because, you know, this has been going on for years and years and years. Who are some of the people that you really look up to in the industry that have been in Southern Soul for ages?
You want to take one too?
Yeah, I can take this one. You can start off with say Chopper Law.
Okay.
Chopper Law is one of the first people who reached out to us, who we worked with, who we wrote and produced for. And then, you know, on the other side
Bridget
of
would
it,
just love him, girl. He smiled all night. But go ahead.
and then to add to that, I would have to, you know, I have to give a shout out. It would be disrespectful if I didn't for Vegeta Jones.
Yes.
You know, is one of the people who helped elevate, you know, what we have going on, what I have going on. And it's really just, it's the artists that you don't hear about more so than the artists that you do hear about that reach out to you, like the It's Karmas and the Johnny James, and, you know, people like that reach out to you and that work with you, and people that's not expecting anything in return, but, you know, that doesn't mean that
They
you don't
are
give me
expecting something. They're expecting some good product out of that, so y'all can put this music out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I was going to add to that as far as people, you know, I would even say for me, because Sugar's been in this for a long time, so I was able to meet like Big Cynthia, you know, and
Yeah.
little backstory, like when I was in a different group, a group that I was in, we
For
were
people who
actually
don't know,
supposed to
tell
be
them
exactly the same.
what Big Cynthia sings, because she had a lot of phenomenal music. If you are one of those hole in the wall babies, you know,
Yeah,
like a
she
Sugar
sung
Shack baby
everything.
like me, then you already know.
Yeah, she sung everything, and she was just breaking through. Well, you know, she's always been big.
Right
She
before
was
she
just
passed away.
breaking through.
Hmm.
Yeah, man, and then she was doing some, you know, and even in that state, you know, we ran into her again at the Jam Source. You were
Oh
there,
yeah,
one
I
of the
was
Jam
there.
Source anniversary event, and I think you and Marcel and her were just talking about getting together and working on some stuff.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, we were just kind of, like I say, one of the
Mhm.
groups that I was in before. We were supposed to be her background singers and dancers. She took us in, and you know, we were just, you know, kind of going through that stage. So, you know, and then Carolyn with Jam, so she's always, you know, supported us from different things we were doing. So it's media and artists, you know. You were interviewing us, Natalie, back kind of back during
Yeah,
that
it's
era
been a
too.
while.
So
Don't you
we all kind
dare
of came
tell
up
people
together,
how
like,
old
yeah,
I
in
am.
this genre. Right.
No, so gentlemen, we have this music. We definitely want to be able to get into the music, and we want to say what headspace you guys were in when the writing and the developing was going on. So I want to let you introduce the first song, I guess.
Which one we going
I've
with
got
first?
two. You just go ahead and introduce one, and I guess he'll play it.
Okay, kick it.
Okay. Well, we'll go with Down South Flavor first. And Down South Flavor is just a completely different vibe. It's just a mixture. You got a mixture of Zydeco, Southern Soul, blues, little touch of R&B, hip hop. It's just all of it mixed into one. You take the gumbo and you take the seasoning, you know, and you mix it in, and you got that Down South flavor.
All right then.
Oh, she like that.
I like gumbo with no meat though.
She talking about no meat.
I just like the rice and the
Okay,
gravy.
so ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna play this first song, just so Bridget can kind of know where we're going. You know, we got to
Okay.
put you in the vibe. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? So, and then we'll come back and we have one more, and we're also gonna talk about an event that she attended this weekend. You know, she's all healthy and stuff.
Hey.
We'll be right back.
You're back on 101.7 WFGM Radio. It's your man, Mr. Feelgood, and I got a brand new one for you. It's called Down South Flavor. It's starring Congo, Marcel Casanova, Kizzo, and Ezekiel Allen. It's guaranteed to get your soul going. It's guaranteed to get you stirred up. Call in. Let us know what you think about it. It's for my country folks. Southern Soul. For the country folk, and for my family jamming Southern Soul and Zydeco. And just perhaps if you get a chance to see your boy, I'm about to bless y'all on these red dirt country roads. You feel me? I'm sending shots out to my kinfolk. East Texas, where them ball bats we been smoking. Holding the wild, I'm chilling at the juke joint. But intelligently making baby feel my point. Line dance to this because we told you to. And pour a drink to this because it's so the truth. I'm sending good vibes to your trail ride, and I cruise at Mach 7 through the south side. I solemnly swear to do this one for Southern Soul and make this music that can touch your soul. You know, it feel good to you, don't it? Gonna state the fact. Tell the DJ he can bring you back. It's my country folk.
With some hip hop, chop this out and go up, sprinkle in some pop. We got that down south flavor. We dropping cowboy boots with the fitting. Hold your belts up if you're winning. We got that down south flavor. We got, serve it up. I made an anthem for the country. They really like that. It's cause I'm really from the country, so they bite that. And I'ma talk about the country, and it's like that. Y'all can never take it from me. It's where my big mama and my papa from. Talking trail rides and red dirt fun. Ain't no street lights, just the moon and stars. Talking midway, shallow or sun. They may not recognize the king of the south, but they gon' hear me. They ask me who's that with that southern soul, southern kind of flow. They call me Casanova, now I told
back from the hood, back from the hood.
Kicking in the door.
That you kick up on these country roads, you get not control. Damn, it's cold, don't know the dice that I rolled down. So many hoes, I cannot done it, but they cannot damage my soul. Oh, keeping my family close. Oh, this is the family code. Oh, jamming the road, I feel like a jamming it, pick all these handcuffs up, I feel like dancing like. Whoa, back off in the day, go. Back up off my way, go. A monkey on my back, don't stop no show, I'll find a way, go. Hope I never have to go back to Silla. Yeah, she said you way too smart, I say I know, she said you crazy. Oh, she said you great and you don't need it, you need a babe. Yeah, I just want my soul to elevate and fly away. I just want some music I relate to, I could play.
It's for my country folk. We jamming Southern Soul. On the trail rides. Jamming Southern Soul. Chilling in the juke joints. Jamming Southern Soul.
Take that southern soul, mix it with some hip hop. Chop it out and go up, sprinkle in some pop. We got that down south flavor. We talking cowboy boots with the fitted. Hold your belts up if you're winning. We got that down south flavor. We got, serve it up.
Down south flavor coming straight to you. Southern soul, soul southern. Just let it marinate.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry we had to cut that a little bit short, but Bridget wanted to get back in here and answer and ask some questions.
So,
you know.
So I will say I like the song.
Okay.
And I want to figure out how I can get it so I can add it to my playlist when I'm running.
Add it to your playlist. Everybody out there, add it to your playlist right now.
So I had two questions. For one, how come, because you mentioned, Mr. Casanova, that artists aren't mainstream. So what keeps this music from being in the mainstream, like hearing it on the radio? Because this is the first time I've heard this song. And is this something that's, you know, spreading throughout the trail rides because people are doing their own thing?
Well, yeah. It will be available soon. I mean, it's available for use soon right now, but on the mainstream level, the reason it's not on the mainstream level is because it's a new release, but also because a lot of times we're, as independent artists, you're doing all of the footwork yourself. You putting up
That's
all
why
of the money
shows
yourself.
like this one.
Yeah. To feature indie artists.
Yeah, it's the same thing. We independent, so it's everything is on you. Every dollar that's put into it comes out of your pocket.
Gotcha.
And you know, so you have to do all of the groundwork. You have to make the connections to be able to get to that level, to where you can get it to where everybody can listen to it.
So you're doing your own A&R, basically.
you're your own everything.
Gotcha.
So with Kizzo and I, and then now with Congo, Ezekiel Allen, and Miss Sugar, everybody that we affiliated with you guys, everybody that we affiliated with, every opportunity that we have to let people hear the music, it's always somebody who hasn't heard us before. No matter how much you've done, somebody still hasn't heard you. You're new to everybody. Well, not everybody, but you're always new to someone. So you just have to keep putting in the work to give everybody an opportunity to hear you.
Right. So perseverance, especially in the music industry, continuing to fight, putting good music out there, continuing, because this is family history for him. Their families are both into music. Let's talk a little bit about, passing things on to different generations, as things trickle down through the family. What is something that you would offer to somebody who is just kind of getting in the game right now?
Be yourself. Always be yourself. Be honest with yourself, and be honest with other people, and know when to say no and know when to say yes. And you don't have to take everything from everybody.
Okay. All right, Kizzo, how about you? Okay, well, we're going to keep on moving. So over the course of the past year, I know that you had a ton of success with the song that came out, and you had a lot of fun with it. It looked like you were enjoying, being out there, being in front of the people. I know that you have to have that in a sense to be an entertainer. But when it comes to entertainment and something finally takes off, how do you put the pressure behind that one thing when you have so many other things going on? How do you kind of manage that, if you will, with family and everything else going on?
You just have to stay on top of it and keep going with it. Regardless of if you have 10 new albums coming out and you know that you got one song that everybody's gravitating towards, you have to keep pushing that song. You have to keep putting energy into that. Some people get tired of their music, and that's why that doesn't happen, and they don't go forward with it. I don't get tired of mine.
Okay.
Honestly, I listen to mine all day, all the time before I listen to a lot of other people's music. That's why I try not to get influenced so much by other people's music, because I listen to my own music.
Okay. All right.
like
that way
that.
you don't step out your own box.
That's
you
right.
know? Well, we want to thank you guys so very much for coming on the show. We have another song that we're going to play a little bit later. So everybody, make sure that you guys stick around. Tell everybody where they can follow you on social media.
Go ahead, Kizzo.
Well, you can initial place is soulouttour.com, and that's SOUL tour, soulouttour.com. And from there, you can get to all the other websites. You can get to feelgoodmusic.org. You can get to kizzotainment.com, and it'll just trickle down to all the other things and projects we got going on.
I heard there might be a possibility of an event. Are y'all still going to do that? Y'all going to try to pull off a COVID event?
We got to label it like that.
Right. That's what it is right now. Everybody's out here still doing it.
Yeah. It's a possibility. We're working on it.
Okay.
We can get that done.
And you're safe as possible. And, we got to link up with the rest of the team. So, I'm sure we got some things to talk about after this, right?
Let's make
Get about
some
that Bandcamp
communication.
link for this new album. That we got
Yeah,
coming out.
do that part. You set the link?
Yes. So we got a new it's bandcamp.com /Soul Southern, and it's the new album we have out. It'll be out at the end of March. It's called Soul Out. So all of y'all, we want all of y'all to be sold out. Now we don't want y'all to sell out. We want y'all to be sold out.
I wear my soul out all the time. I think people can tell it's out. Ladies and gentlemen, this is I'm Just Saying. We had our very special guests, Kizzo and Marcel Casanova.
Talent.
So Southern. She want to keep throwing that talent out. Very talented young men. Thank you so much for sharing your music with you. Like I said, stick around. We've got more music coming back from them, and we've got a very special story coming from Miss Bridget everywhere. We'll be right back. Thank you.
The Natural Nation Network is really about taking control of your health physically, spiritually, emotionally, even intellectually, because there's so much out there in misinformation. There's a lot of people now that are suffering from all sorts of diseases that they really wouldn't have to suffer for if they had better information. And that's what we're here to do. Provide information that can save lives.
The mind and the body are totally connected.
Health can be really serious, and sometimes we just have to lighten it up a little bit while we're still providing substantive information.
And on the salsa dance floor, it's kind of similar. I tell somebody, if you make a mistake twice, it becomes a move. Okay?
Tune into Natural Nation every Tuesday at 11 a.m.
What's up, ladies and gents? This is Luca Jet with I'm Just Saying Live Morning Show, and I am here with Mr. Steve Rogers of Bar 15. And we are here today for your first 5K run in the community, right?
Yes, 5K run.
Okay, so what made you come up with this concept?
Just kind of during the whole pandemic, a lot of downtime, and with the world being so upside down right now, we just wanted to create opportunities to do some events that kind of. Bring it in, bring it in!
Woo!
Way to go, way to go.
Way to go!
Oh, bring it in, bring it in!
Let's go! Woo! As you can see, ladies and gents, people are still running. They're bringing it in. Great job.
We just always love supporting Bar 15, and we're here to promote health.
So how important is it for the community, especially our community, to take their health seriously?
It's critical now, with COVID, you see a lot of people that are sick and a lot of pre-condition illness, that's probably health and wellness is probably the root of it, diet, exercise, so I think people need to really take a step back and really focus on that for sure.
Finish. These guys were amazing. How do you feel?
Wonderful.
Wonderful? What about you?
Great.
What about you?
Better than before.
Great. So this was fun. This gentleman right here, Khan, stayed with me, helped me get my speed up. I finished at 10 minutes and 15 seconds per mile, which is great. We ended up doing, 3.6 miles? 3.6 miles. Yeah, it was supposed to be just 3, but I was running with this guy, so he made me feel a little bit more. And I am not one to quit. I love a great competition. So guys, we're going to be doing this, I think, once a quarter. So you should sign up. This is so exciting. Get your health and fitness together. Make your health a priority and get moving. Peace out.
Oh, peace out. Round of applause. Look at I'm just saying, growing an itch. She said, I'm so glad that you had fun.
I did.
I would have liked to maybe do something like that, but I'm just not in shape anymore. I got to get my life together.
Gosh.
I've been
Start
working on
slow.
myself. I've been working out a couple of days in a row.
That's
so
good.
I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm going to be back, ladies and gentlemen. So y'all just be watching, okay? With your looking ass. No. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are to the part of our show where, I have to encourage you that if your dream is to be on TV, look at us. We're a whole newscast in the morning. Come right on down to the Edge. We'll take care of you. We'll help you learn some things, whether you want to be behind the scenes or in front of the camera. We've got the spot for you. So please, please, please come on down here to the Edge at 415 West Gray Street. Now, entertainment news.
Ooh,
I don't know where you're going to start with this. I know where you need to finish, but I have no idea where you're going to start with this. So I'm super excited to get it in the entertainment news because y'all stars been out there acting a fool this weekend.
Yes.
So let's get to it.
Okay. So I wasn't going to start with this. However, I feel like I need to. What is wrong with Trey Songz?
Oh, don't start with that. That's what you need to finish.
Oh, okay.
No, it's okay. We're here. Trey. If we did donkey of the day on this show,
oh my gosh,
you would be the donkey of the day.
Yeah,
sir,
sorry.
You are not above the law.
Let's
say, Trey, I love you. I listen to your music. It seems like you would be one of those people we would be simpatico. We probably had some real good times back in the day. But baby, get your life together.
Yeah,
it's fine. You think you don't have to wear a mask? Maybe because all the other people. What did he say about that part? The first part is, why did you not have your mask on? Why do you want to die? Look.
Because he thinks he's above the law.
That's death, though. Can he get away from death?
No,
I'm sure that he's around a lot of Europeans, and they say that the new strain that came from Europe is even stronger than the last one. Y'all better be careful before it take y'all out.
Yeah, but the party put the officer in the headlock, though.
The headlock. The whole headlock.
He is, I'm telling you, lucky to still be alive.
What? How tall is Trey? He's 6 what?
I'm not sure how tall he is.
Oh, God, I bet that poor officer was looking real scared, even though that's his job every day. Who wants to sock Trey Songz in the throat? Now he can't sing anymore. You ruined his whole career. You're afraid that they're actually gonna, that he's actually, that they might actually prosecute you just because it was Trey Songz. So the cop, I'm sure, was scared to do anything to him. And you'd have let this boy put you in a whole headlock in public.
A whole headlock. Now, how are you gonna show your face at work tomorrow?
You let a singer do you in. I'm sure that they were going in on him. You let a singer that wears skinny jeans, put you in a headlock, bro. You cannot go back to work after that. So hopefully they gave him a couple of days to rest and recoup. Trey, lay off the drugs. And I'm going to just move on.
And you're not above the law, bro. Okay.
You're not.
So, you were talking about our president earlier. So
I definitely
that there's a scandal already behind his name.
Oh, Lord, not the scandal already.
Yes, it's the Rolex scandal.
So it
Jesus.
seems. Explain to everybody what exactly is going on here.
So there's a scandal brewing that, Joseph, President Biden was wearing a Rolex while signing executive orders.
Joe.
And that he was showing off, and he shouldn't be doing that. But what they did not know is that the Rolex watch was from his deceased son.
Here we go. Here's this. Here's this part. At this point in life, this man is a whole president. How is a Rolex watch? I know normal people who have Rolexes. How is a Rolex watch showing off? People will find anything, any and everything to try to put defamation on a person's character. Exactly. A Rolex watch?
Exactly.
Now, was it some kind of extra, did it have a face that was made out of blood diamonds or what?
No, it was one of the more basic watches. It was only $7,000. So
y'all done priced it. I'm done.
Oh yeah, they priced it. Yeah, $7,000.
They priced the watch.
It's called the Rolex Date Just. $7,000.
So now they're gonna say that the president is cheap because he got the cheap Rolex on. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Stop it, people. Stop it. Okay. This is good stuff. This is good. Come on, bring me some more.
Trump had a gold toilet in his townhome, penthouse, or whatever. So
Did it have a bidet?
Probably. So the people that came after this media outlet were saying, you know, you didn't say anything about Trump's gold toilet and all the gold fixtures in his home and how he refused to live at the White House. And then they, of course, brought up President Obama, that he had on a $500 watch, was in between when he was signing executive orders. So
who is the watch watcher?
I don't know who the watch watcher is.
Who's the watch watcher?
I don't know.
Yeah, they getting paid to watch these
to watch
watches.
the watches. Okay, moving on.
I want that job. Hire me.
Moving on. So,
Okay.
our beloved comedian Dave Chappelle has been diagnosed with COVID. And, you know, he was still out there doing comedy shows. And this was over the weekend. And so he put off all his shows and he's going to quarantine until further notice.
Well, let me say this just because I'm just saying, you know.
Yes.
Dave likes to get out of doing work anyway.
Come on.
Dave likes to get out of work. So Dave might have just signed up, said, I'm going to do this tour. This is his MO, right? Is it not? He said, I'm going to sign up for this tour. They're going to pay me this money to do X, Y, and Z amount of shows. And I'm going to say I got COVID halfway through.
Oh, my God.
So get the rest of them cities. I got my money.
I cannot.
I bet he has a clause in the contract. I bet he does. Come on through, Dave. Get that money. He always running up a check and running off.
Hilarious.
Running up a check and running off. That's Dave.
Yeah. He took that $50 million check.
Ooh, yes, he did.
Anyway, so the biggest news. So remember last week we talked about Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan.
Okay.
Now they're saying that their relationship is fake. Fake news. She has a new clothing line coming out called Lori Harvey, and she's with Michael B. Jordan to, you know, give herself clout. And they are saying that Michael B. Jordan is with Lori because he had been dating Caucasian women and that the Black community was starting to shun him. So he's with her to get his clout back up in the Black community because he has like 5 or 6 movies coming out this year and his popularity was going down with the Black community. What you think about that, Tennille?
Girl, he better not be out there doing me like that.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You can't be out there doing me like that. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like your stock just went down with me as well, if that's the case.
Yeah, if that's the case.
They didn't even have a little color. Was there some Malaysian in there? Something?
No, he was only dating Caucasian women and Latino women. Well, he was dating Latino
well,
women.
That's
But he's only with Lori because she's Black.
Don't say that. That's not true.
Well, I'm just saying that's what's out there. They're saying that their relationship is fake news. All over.
She built me up for this happy relationship.
I did because
I told everybody last week that I thought that it was going to be a good thing, you know, and whatever else. And then you come in here with the drama. I don't know if I appreciate that. Look, I don't know if I appreciate that.
Well, they have
I was kind of getting happy.
So.
And, you know, he already models for Coach.
Yeah, he does.
And a lot of other things. But, you know, Coach is like a brand that he is consistent with.
Yep.
I would like to see what her stuff looks like. Maybe she was trying to get him in her clothes.
See, I was going to say something, but I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole.
I tried to sucker her. But ladies and gentlemen, on a more somber note, I wanted to talk for just a little bit about Kobe Bryant. We are entertainers, and he was very much so an entertainer, if you will. One of the best that has ever hit the court. I'm glad that he has passed that trait on down to his daughter.
Yeah.
And then the tragedy, ladies and gentlemen. This is the anniversary of all the happenings, if you will. And we were just talking about people losing people before them. So I want to make sure that we take time. If you're a praying person, you know, whoever the powers are that be in your family, his family, his parents, his everybody. You know, they were saying that they didn't want tributes, All-Star Weekend and all these other kind of things that are supposed to be going on. They didn't want a ton of tributes because they have to relive the death of their son and granddaughter constantly. You know, walking around, the paraphernalia that's still up in stores and things like that, that triggers people when it's your family and it's somebody close to you. That is something that's going to trigger you every single time. I've lost people that were very close to me, and you know, it always hurts for years and years and years. This is still a very fresh thing. You know, I'm sure his wife is still hurting, and the people that he touched their lives in the way of basketball, because there's tons of fans out there who are bleeding in their heart behind this. You know, there's a lot of accolades that he wasn't able to receive that he would have eventually received, not only in his career there, but we may have seen him commentating later or anything else like that. So you just never know. So ladies and gentlemen, for all you Kobe fans out there, we are here and we are with you. There's lots going on in sports.
Lot.
Let me tell y'all a little bit about this little
So
piece
I'm gonna leave
of the
with this
puzzle. Okay, go ahead.
affirmation. So today's affirmation, ladies and gents, because you know I like to give you something to carry yourselves out through the day and the week, is I am worthy of the very best in life, and I now lovingly allow myself to accept it. Namaste.
You're accepting your light?
Yes. I deserve the very best.
I'm accepting
I'm
my
lovingly
light.
accepting it now.
I hope it's shining all over y'all.
Well, you know, it's beaming. You
Care
walk in the
Bear
door.
stare.
Oh my gosh. She did not say Care Bear stare.
You remember the
Care Bear stare.
Care Bear stare. Okay, so
All
I'm
right.
trying to wiggle through this paper, ladies and gentlemen, because I need to make sure that I get this stuff right. Sports in Houston. I'm just going to say this. You know, the mayor took to the TV looking real sad, begging everybody to please show Deshaun some love. He was on the TV. He was like, Deshaun, we really, really care. We love the way you play it. We this, that, and the other. I was like, golly, his own team couldn't come and say or make an announcement, X, Y, and Z, when they heard the rumors about Deshaun supposedly leaving. The mayor of the city of Houston took to the airwaves for you. Boy, you need to go figure and sit that one out. You might be able to get a little bit more than what you thought you could get. If the mayor is coming and saying, look, please, 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 we need you.
Was he begging like Buki?
We need you. I thought I was going to see a little snot and tears, you know. No. Also, congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs, who are going to face the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. What I did have to say about this, you know, because we don't have very much time right now. Red is going to be everywhere. Red, red, red. If your color is red, this stadium is going to be packed with red. I want to know also, because I haven't seen any reports on how many people they're going to actually allow to come into the Super Bowl, because, you know, that is always a really big thing. The cities that host the Super Bowl normally make tons of money off the Super Bowl.
These are facts.
But it's COVID-19, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what they're going to be able to do about that. So we'll keep you up to date on that. And we'd also like to say that this is the very first time ever in Super Bowl history that one of the teams that is playing in the Super Bowl is actually the city that's hosting it.
Oh.
Very first time ever.
How nice.
Isn't that interesting? That is interesting. You heard it here at The Edge on I'm Just Saying. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back.
Aren't you tired of not getting what you want in bed?
Are you ready to spice things up behind those closed doors?
Woo! We're here for you every hump day at 7 p.m.
This is Sex on the Edge with Jen and Hen. I'm Jennifer Reeves.
And I'm Hendrik Scott, and we are professional licensed sex therapists.
So remember to watch us Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Edge Radio TV, just in time for sexy time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I hope you enjoyed our special guest today. I hope you enjoyed our entertainment news. I hope you enjoyed Bridgette out there running and getting it in. Because we're all about you guys being healthy and telling you about the things that are going on in the community. So if you guys are having an event, a community event, we love going to those types of things, but we need to know. All you have to do is send your flyer or whatever you have promoting your event. You can even come here and share your event with all of our friends and followers just by DMing us, letting us know what you got going on so we can come out. So we can't be there if
we don't know.
If we don't know. DM us at IJS Live on Instagram, and I'm just saying live on Facebook. It's too easy. It's way too easy. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we are normally to the part where we talk about Tennille's touchy subject, but before we get into that, I am going to tell you a little bit about something that is one of the causes this near and dear to my heart. I have some friends who have been through a lot, if you will, and sex trafficking is one of those things that is very predominant here in the Houston area, and there needed to be things and policies changed to get some of this stuff changed.
Right.
So, Miss Jacqueline Aluto and Dr. James Dixon, I know that you have heard his name a lot, especially when it came time for the George Floyd funeral and things like this. He made some really great press releases and speeches about things that you needed to do. So here he is again at the forefront, and he's trying to help us implement a no trafficking zone across the nation, okay? Not just here in Houston, but everywhere. Everybody's got to partner together to get this thing done. I was telling you about, the school that I was trying to start. And one of the things that we were going to implement is teaching truckers how to notice when a trafficking situation is going on. You know how sometimes you see the older guy and the younger girl and you don't want to judge.
Right.
But sometimes, we don't need to keep our mouths closed.
Right.
Sometimes those are situations that should not be happening.
Right.
So it's all fine, good and dandy if their story can check out. But if their story don't check out, you may have saved a little girl's life. So January 19th, okay, was when they first put this thing into play. It's the National Human Trafficking Prevention Month, okay? So I'm glad that we're still in January. We just barely caught it, but it's okay. There's going to be an event, NTZ, okay, no trafficking zone, and the co-founder is Jacqueline, and they're going to be having an event to kind of spread the word about this on the 27th and the 28th at NRG Park. Okay, the Community of Faith Church, which is James Dixon's church, which is at Pinemont, is on Pinemont Drive. They're definitely going to be pushing out this initiative, if you will. So if you'd like to be a part of that and you would like to know the goings on, please reach out to us. We did post the information onto the Edge page so that you could see NTZ, no trafficking zone, okay? No trafficking zone. And now What am I going to talk about?
Tennille's touchy subject.
It's time for Tennille's touchy subjects, ladies and gentlemen. I just had to get that out there, make sure that y'all knew what was going on, because that's what we like to do here. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for Tennille's touchy subjects, where we like to make sure that you have something to talk about, if you will. So we're gonna jump right in here. Me. Get my papers together. All righty. Okay, so here we go. Thought-provoking conversation. That's what this is, ladies and gentlemen. Dear Tennille. Oh, this one is called Sneaky Pete. Okay, Sneaky Pete. Dear Tennille, I recently discovered that my uncle has stolen our stimulus checks. Oh, this is a hot topic right now, okay? This is a hot topic right now. Has stolen our stimulus checks. My husband and I have been arguing about it for weeks, and he didn't say a word. So they've been going back and forth trying to figure out where this money is. Like, who got child support backed up that took the check? You know, who's got old taxes that took the check? You know, there's a lot of couples going through these types of situations right now. Let's be real, okay? Next, here's the catch. He was recently released from prison and is currently on parole. If I report it, he will most definitely go back. So I'm taking it that this is her uncle. Okay? She has not informed her husband, because now she's wondering, is it worth it? Girl, your husband, you got it. First of all,
touch it one.
I think that you should talk to your husband. But you know your husband. Let's say that. You know who you're dealing with. This man went and signed his name on your stimulus check, took your little money, watched you and your husband argue and go back and forth, about to break up.
Oh my gosh.
He in the back room
chilling
with his snacks in his extra refrigerator, you know, because they're always those guys, you know, they just got out. They staying with the family. Jeez. This her mama's brother. Uncle Pete in the back room, you know. Uncle Pete back there, he letting y'all struggle, argue, and fight behind his stimulus check. Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to take it right now to social media. Let's get on Facebook Live. We want to hear your comments. Please tell me what you would do in the case of Sneaky Pete, who's living in the back room, living high on the hog. You paying his rent. I mean, what is he wanting for? What does he need? Is he saving for a car or what? Sneaky Pete is back there living off of your money. I'm sure he hasn't offered him a thing. He might have went down it. He might have been tricking with it, you know. He said, you know what, y'all gave me everything but this one thing, I need, this one thing that I need. So, Bridget.
Oh my gosh.
You've taken in a family member, trying to afford them all the luxuries of your everyday life, and they steal from you, because that's really what this is about. They are a thief.
Yeah.
This is a thief. I don't know what he went to jail for, that part's left out here. They are a thief. They're living in your home, haven't said a word. How do you handle this, Bridget?
Jeez, that's tough, because he just got out of prison.
So you know he going back if you go and you report it.
Yeah.
And they catch his signature.
Yeah.
There on the thing, he's going back to jail. Yeah. He on parole.
Jeez. I mean, I always say
he's family.
I know. I always say let the punishment fit the crime.
Okay.
So I don't know if I would snitch, because I don't think he should go back to prison for that. That's kind of harsh to me.
Okay.
However, it would have to be some, family justice done.
Some family justice.
Some
so
family
you gonna tell your husband gonna go off, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
And he's probably gonna want to put him out.
Probably.
Because he's in there stealing, and Lord knows what else he has stolen.
Right. Because he can't be trusted. So yeah, he would probably have to leave. Because we can't get the money back.
But that's just as bad, because when you're on parole, you have to
have a home or a place. He would have to go somewhere
and
else.
The fact that he's with you guys tells me he probably didn't have anywhere else to go.
Well, now he has nowhere to go.
Now he has absolutely, he's going to be in the halfway house. Sneaky Pete, you better keep your hands off people's stimulus money. I'm going to say this. I do agree with Bridget in regards to the crime fitting the punishment. And what are people getting? Like $2,000?
Well, this past time was $600.
$600.
Yeah.
Okay. Plus if you have any kids or whatever like that, you know, if you got kids or whatever like that, then you get an additional $600 for these kids. So is $2,000
worth it?
Roughly
going to jail.
Worth sending your uncle back to jail because he's stolen from you. In other countries, you know, Bridget, you can lose a hand. You can lose a whole limb
eye
for it.
an eye. 2 for 2. That's what they do over there. So we do have some that responded.
What
Sugar Cheney said,
Okay,
give him
Sugar.
a week to pay it all back. If he doesn't, do
A
like the
week?
little girl and tell it.
She said, go ahead and tell it.
She said, tell
if
it.
he does not give you your money back, because your money is probably in there under the mattress that you provided for him.
Yeah.
Sugar, thank you so much for that comment. You know, I just don't know.
I don't either.
This
It's
is
tough.
a touchy
It's a tough
subject
one,
because
yeah.
he is family. Now you've
He
got to
is.
also explain to your mother, his sister, that he is over there stealing from you too. This is like back in the 80s and 90s when your crackhead uncle used to come through there stealing the VCR. You know, everybody's be like, that boy took the VCR. You know.
Oh my gosh.
So it does really hurt the person though that they stole from, because you're like,
Yeah.
you know what? I went out on a limb for you. I told everybody else I knew you wouldn't do me like that. And here you are stealing from me.
Yep.
But guess what? You know I like to leave something out.
Always, always. Here it comes, guys.
I did that one week and didn't leave anything out, and Bridget persecuted me for it.
I did not persecute you.
Okay, so here's the piece. She tried to talk to her uncle. Guess what he said?
What'd he say?
It was free money anyway. It was money that they would not have even missed.
Are you kidding
It was
me?
free money. So he felt justified.
Oh yeah, you gotta go.
What you say? You got
Out.
to go.
You out. I wouldn't report you to go back to prison, but you out of my house. Especially with that
If you
attitude.
tell me that the money was free,
but it was my money.
And it was mine, and you decided to take it, didn't even cut me in on it, ain't bought me a tank of gas.
And sat there and didn't say a word.
And didn't say a word. Now it's starting to make me feel like, yeah, maybe I should snitch on you and send you back up the river because you think that it's okay to steal from me because it was free money. Ladies and gentlemen, people gonna have to pay taxes on that money. When it comes time, they're going to find a way to wiggle it in there on the back end. They're going to wiggle it in there saying that they gave you this money. That is considered income. You have to pay taxes on it. So if you're one of those people out there sneaky peeking and stealing people's stimulus check, because several people's stimulus checks have come up missing and you got away with it, hey, those family members, those friends are having to foot the bill on your thievery, if you will. Your thievery. Bridget, I see you over there typing away. Ladies and gentlemen, please post your comments on social media. We would love to see them. Bridget will be there. Vanderbilt will be there. I will be there. Vanderbilt is still in recovery, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to say this also when it comes to Sneaky Pete in the back room.
What else?
Now I'm going to have to lock you in there. You can't check the mailbox. I'm going to have to lock the mailbox. You know, I'm going to have to lock the mailbox. They got to put a key on it. You going through my mail. How did you even know the stimulus was here? Are you giving out the address?
Checking the mail though?
Are you giving out the address? That's what I want to know. Don't be giving out my address.
That's what he doing.
And all of you need to go.
Yeah, that's what
You're right. A final
You gotta get out.
say so on that. On I'm just saying is Sneaky Pete. If you're over there and you're stealing people's things, you need to go. You need to find your own place. At this point, I don't care what the parole officer has to say about
find
it.
your own place.
You're gonna have to find your own place. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I know we like to take these family members in, and we're always trying to help and do for others.
Yeah.
Everybody cannot be helped.
That's true.
Everybody cannot be helped. Some people just need to be left alone. He needed a place to stay. You offered that to him. You did your part.
You did.
Now he done stole from you. And he kept it in the back room. In in his little refrigerator that I'm sure that you allow him to keep his snacks and whatever else.
Well, like I said, he could take that stimulus check and find him a
So,
place to
ma'am,
live.
you definitely need to talk to your husband. You need to tell her that your uncle don't care.
Yeah.
He
gotta get
feels
out.
like his family, and he
Gotta
clearly
go.
has a sense of entitlement and feels like you owed him. Do you have any more comments over there?
So Maria Armstrong said he has to get out. We agree.
Get
That
out,
shows
get out.
he didn't care for the family that allowed him to stay there.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yep.
you heard it right here on I'm Just
Thank
Saying.
you,
If
Maria,
you
for your
steal
comment.
from me and I find out it was you,
Look, Sugar said, "Ooh, now that's a horse of a different color. He's out of there." I
Yeah.
still wouldn't tell it though. She still wouldn't.
she
tell.
said she still
No,
wouldn't
she
tell,
just put
right?
'em out.
We all have family members and friends, I'm sure, that have, been incarcerated, and they are those people.
Yeah.
Ladies, and they got those personalities where they're charismatic and they can juice you out of anything. But if you steal from me,
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
that's as low as you can
That's
get.
low. That's
Ladies
low.
and gentlemen, I'm still out there on that Clubhouse app. I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of good information on Clubhouse.
I need
I
to
hate
get
to
on
be
that.
giving them this free publicity, but there's tons of information out there. Bridget, I did find something interesting that I thought maybe we could add to the show in regards to
Okay.
Clubhouse. We're definitely gonna find a way to get I'm Just Saying out on that. And if you'd like to help us do that, remember we're right here at the Edge at 415 West Gray Street, and we would love for you to come down and be a part of our live studio audience. I had something that I wanted to talk to y'all about, not getting trapped in the chicken coop, ladies and gentlemen, but I guess we'll have to do that later, because I don't want y'all to be trapped for any second. Y'all need to get out here, get after it. We're all pushing towards goals and dreams. Those change each and every day. Okay, sometimes you got to change up what you thought was going to be the plan is not the plan. Keep pushing forward. This is I'm Just Saying. We love y'all, and we'll talk to you on Thursday.
Peace out.
Okay. Martin.